From 41 Action Sports, here's Monday Morning Quarterback, sponsored by TDR Auto Plaza, changing the way used cars are sold. Located on I-35 in Kearney, Missouri.
Monday Morning Quarterback was a lot easier when we were talking about the game that already happened. Now we have to preview it and show how smart we are. We'll see how this goes. Hey there, welcome to the show. I'm Mick Schaefer. He is Blair Kirkhoff, the Kansas City Star. He is Dana Hughes, the guy who's actually played on Monday Night Football, and Soren Petro of Sports Radio 810. Guys, thanks so much as we preview the game. It's still Monday Morning Quarterback, but the game's on Monday night. You see chronologically, Soren, how that goes, the order and all that?
Yeah, I follow you. It's an interesting concept. We'll see if it works.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's start with storylines heading into tonight's game. We'll start with you, Soren. What's the big one for you?
Well, I mean, I think it's can Alex Smith keep his high level of play going. You know, I already saw last week some of the reporters or national football guys trying to take their shots. They point out that he's number 16 overall in QBR. I think and really I think QBR is usually what the eye test is, and it kind of follows it up, but it hasn't been the case because I think he's played very well. So I think he needs to keep playing well. I think he's one of the big differences. 7 touchdowns, no INTs, and Kirk Cousins is a guy that's at least on his level, and some would say even higher. I would probably take Kirk Cousins if Andy Reid was going to coach Kirk Cousins, but it's his chance to show that he's taken a step and is the kind of guy that can lead you through playoff victories. I mean, that's the big thing that's looming out there. This could be a playoff type of matchup. So I think Alex Smith is one of the big storylines that he can keep going at the rate he's been going at so far.
What about you, Blair? I know you got your opening lead, your column already written, right? The paragraph's already written. What's it going to be about?
All about Harrison Butker, I think.
Oh, I love it. Butt Kicker 87.
The Butt Kicker, that's right. Butt Kicker 87. I'll tell you, it's one thing I'll be looking at. He may be the first.
He's making his NFL debut on Monday Night Football.
How about that? Yeah, signed off the Panthers practice squad after the Chiefs waived Cairo Santos surprisingly on Saturday. So he's going to make his NFL debut. And the other thing I'm kind of curious about is the offensive line and see how healthy or not healthy Eric Fisher is at tackle, and see how that might impact things on the offensive line. This is the third straight week. I don't include the Patriots in this, but the Eagles, the Chargers, and now the Redskins that have a pretty good defensive front and can get some pressure on the quarterback. And if Eric Fisher's less than 100%, which we assume he is with his back problem, or if he can't play and they have to shuffle things around, I just wonder how that's going to affect the Chiefs.
Dana, what's it like to play on Monday Night Football?
It's amazing. I actually made my Chiefs debut.
Thanks for rubbing it in. Thank you.
On Monday Night Football.
You did?
Yes,
nice.
I was on practice squad for the first 10-plus weeks and got a chance to punt return. Marty Schottenheimer said, "Hey, Dana, can you punt return?" I never punt returned in my life.
But I'm sure you said, "Absolutely, Coach."
Absolutely. Yes. That was the answer to every question back then. So, yeah, it's a special, special time, and I know these guys are going to relish it, especially these young guys that have never experienced Arrowhead on Monday Night Football.
So you were the butt kicker then of the 90s.
Yes,
you were him.
I love that one.
Who knew?
If Andy Reid's listening, I cannot return punts. Trust me. You don't need to go to me if that's the way this works.
I can be the backup quarterback. I can hold the clipboard, okay? That's the extent of my athleticism there. All right, so go ahead, sir.
Well, I mean, I think I loved what Blair said earlier about Eric Fisher. You know, Sunday Sound-Off the other night, we were talking about guys you can't afford to lose, and I do think the Fisher one's a big one because who is the left tackle if he goes down? I mean, I know a lot of most of his early career was people saying he wasn't living up to being the #1 overall pick, but he solidified the left tackle spot very well. They gave him the contract for a reason. And, you know, we always talk about the Chiefs. You know, it seems like as a fan, you learned how are they going to finally stumble. We've got 2 of them, right? A kicker stepping in. Now you got a rookie kicker. We can just see that, right? Going Lynn Elliott in the playoffs.
Oh, why'd you bring that up?
I'm sorry. I hate to do it.
Things were cool here for a while.
Yeah, that's right. Or is it the left?
Right now.
Yeah, the left tackle goes down. All of a sudden, you've got a highway sign. It's like when Jordan Black took over at left tackle during the Vermeil years, and suddenly they couldn't block any of the top pass rushers anymore.
Nice Jordan Black reference. Well done there, guys. Well, how do we see this game playing out tonight? Blair, we'll start with you. You can give me a score if you want, but or maybe just kind of characterize it. Or what shape is this game going to take?
How about in pure Chiefs fashion, it'll be tied and going into the fourth quarter, and then the Chiefs will score a couple of 10 points. We'll give them 10 points in the fourth quarter to win it. How about 27-17? But I really am concerned about Fisher. A back injury, you know, those things can linger, and and just bother him the rest of the year. You know, Seren asked, what do they do? Do they move Mitchell Schwartz over? Do they play Cameron Irving for the first time this year? I do think that's worth paying attention to. Yeah,
ask the Giants how it looks with Eric Flowers trying to protect Eli Manning these days.
Yeah. Backup O-line talk, by the way. You'll only get it right here on Monday Morning Quarterback. Save us, Dane, and talk about the skill position players or something tonight.
Well, you know what? When you watch the Redskins and what they were able to accomplish against the Raiders, everyone thought Derek Carr was going to be the guy. Yep. He is the big-time quarterback, highest-paid guy, and so on and so forth. And yet they shut that passing game down. Josh Norman has been phenomenal. His attitude has resonated amongst that back end of that defense. They have a great rush defense as well. We can't be predictable, but we still have to strike deep and get yards in chunks. Can't revert back to the team that has mild success in 16 and 15 and 14. We still have to strike strong. So I'm going to be looking and seeing how we can break open and the mad scientist of Andy Reid, what he comes up with to go against that potent defense.
All right, guys, thanks so much for the time. We appreciate it. It's Monday Night Football coming up tonight. That was Monday Morning Quarterback. Again, previewing it before it happens, how it works.
This has been Monday Morning Quarterback, sponsored by TDR Auto Plaza, changing the way used cars are sold. Located on I-35 in Kearney, Missouri.